Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Today I wanted to try a few new makeup products. I got mostly affordable things, a few more expensive things. I just wanted to try some of these out with you on camera, so let's get into it. So I don't actually have a full face. I have mostly face products. I have a lip product, just a few things. And I'm just gonna quickly do a look with the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Rich Romantic palette, and I'll be right back to do the rest of my makeup. Alright, so the eyeshadow is done. I filmed this look. It will be a short tutorial that will be up on my channel. We'll see when exactly, but it will be up. Okay, let's get into the products. First up here, I bought the Revolution Bright Light Face Glow Gleam Light. And this is, I believe, kind of like this Charlotte Tilbury, what's it called? I always forget the name of the thing. But we all know the face filter fluid glowy thingies that are very shiny, glowy, but not very pigmented, that you can use different ways. I felt like this was something like that, but I hadn't really heard anyone about it. So I was kind of curious because I have been really enjoying the one from Catrice. I do have to say this looks pretty yellow. I don't know if this is gonna be my shade. It looks a bit deep, a little yellow. I mean, I'm at my fairest right now. Can you see how yellow that is? Can you see that? Okay. We're just starting somewhere. It's very yellow on me. It looks deep and it looks yellow. Okay. I always use the Lunar Beauty LBF2 for this. Let's see. Maybe it will be fine once it is blended out, but it looks a little scary at first. I mean, these types of products are very lightly pigmented, so you can get away with a lot. Feel like it has a nice finish, but of course you have to see how it will dry down. I feel like this brush, it is a little big for doing this when I'm already wearing eyeshadow, but I did buy the new Singe Beauty face brushes, and there's a smaller face brush in there to apply base products like this, so looking forward to that. Okay, how do I feel about this? I don't know yet. I feel like it looks a bit less effortless, and it looks maybe a bit more cakey than the Catrice one. I feel like around my nose it just looks a little makeup-y. And my goal, I know I'm very strict with my wishes when it comes to face products, because I really want it to look like skin, but I really don't want it. I don't want it to look like I am wearing a foundation. I don't want it to look makeup-y or cakey. I don't want it to go into fine lines, and it just looks a little dry and cakey over here. It doesn't work that well on the drier parts of my skin. I feel like the color is fine because it's very sheer. I quite like the finish next to that, but just around here, it could be that it is a thing that I will notice in the winter, or maybe something that will go away if I freshly applied my skincare, because I didn't do that. Usually I don't have to do that with the Catrice one. I don't have to do that, but I did apply my skincare a pretty long time ago because it is later at night. I don't know. We're gonna see how other products are gonna work on top of this. I don't feel like it is already written off. I just have to see how it kind of sets down. It doesn't feel sticky, so that's a good thing. Next up, I don't know, I kind of wanted to try some Makeup Revolution. That's kind of this video, but I couldn't find a full face or anything, because I feel like with Makeup Revolution it's very specific what looks good and what is good, and I feel like some things just are very bad and then some things are actually surprisingly good. So I actually tried the Revolution Beam Bright highlighter in Pink Seduction. These are supposed to be skin glazing highlighters. I tried this one and it kind of inspired this video, and I thought this was really pretty. I uploaded a short, and because of that I was like, okay, maybe there are more Makeup Revolution face products. And I grabbed this bronzer, which has kind of like a sound effect to it. I don't know what's happening here. It seems to be like in between the bronzer, like the pen, and then the product or the packaging. Very interesting. How did it get there? But this is the Mega Bronzer in #1 Cool, and I don't know, I've tried good things from Makeup Revolution. I wanted to give them a chance. How do I open this? This looks warmer than I would expect from a shade called Cool, but who knows, it might work on me. That is slightly annoying. I am gonna grab a brush that I want to use. I don't know. Might pull Cool on the skin. Like, sometimes things look different in the pan than they do. I feel like it almost has a little bit of a red undertone. Like, is this Cool? It does look a little bit more like this kind of almost sunburned shade. By the way, I'm using Lunar Beauty LBF4 for this. I don't dislike this formula or shade. I think it actually looks pretty good. It is just not this kind of like contoury type of bronzer. Like, it's very gray leaning Cool. It is not that. I would say it's more like a neutral, and it has something almost a little red about it. A little, but it blends out nicely, and I quite like the look it gives me in the end. Like, I do feel like it looks natural, like the color I would get in the summer. And it's kind of like this skin-like finish. Yeah, I feel like this is pretty good. I don't know what is going on with Makeup Revolution. I have to say, I don't really try a lot of things by them. It's just a brand where I feel like some launches, they just don't really think about, like, is this a good idea? Is this good quality? Should we do this? And then some launches are just so good that it is actually crazy, and I don't know. Sometimes it's a bit hard to tell which it's gonna be, but I really actually like this bronzer. The more I look at it, and the more I like it. It's very blendable. I feel like it looks really good on me, like on my skin tone. That's really interesting. Okay, don't like the sound effects, do like the bronzer so far. I feel like this video is so random, but I just wanted to show these products on actual camera. So I bought these iconic London Kiss by the Sun Multi-Use Cheek Glow. These are very reflective, very fingerprinty. The packaging is interesting. It feels a little like light. I wasn't expecting it to feel so light for a product that is like 29 euros. I got it on a little bit of a discount, but it is originally pretty expensive, I feel. It does feel like it closes very nicely. Like, it does feel sturdy, but there's something quite light about these, and they're quite small, and it's just a little different than I expected, but that's always the case with me in luxury. Like, they are always a little different than I expect. But this is shade Playtime, and I would say that this almost leans a little purple. It looks very glowy. I really like the embossing in here. It looks really good. It looks stunning. It looks really promising, and I feel like we need to swatch both of these, and I'm gonna use one of these. And then we have shade So Cheeky. Did I just say that these were both called So Cheeky? I don't know, but it's a multi-use cheek glow, at least. That's the product name. But this is more of a, almost like a bit of a bronzy glow, like pinky bronzy glow. I hope that's gonna suit me. I think it's gonna be more of a summer shade. I'm almost a bit scared to swatch these because these look so pretty right now, but we're gonna go for it. Okay. Very silky texture, very glowy, like it's very pink to gold. The duochrome in this it looks very beautiful, but it's very duochromy, it's very glowy. It's not like shimmery or glittery, but it's very smooth. Okay, That looks promising. This sort of embossing like disappears right away. But this looks stunning. And then let's swatch the other shade. It almost looks like a cream, but it is a powder, but it is just so smooth. Okay, this one almost looks a little peachy, almost a bit like a peachy, pinky bronzer topper. Really interesting shades. By the way, the more I look at my skin, the more I like it. I think I'm quite happy with this. Okay, we're gonna go for the shade Playtime, the more like mauvey, purpley one. Very excited about it. By the way, I'm testing out some H&M brushes. I saw these online and I thought this actually looked very promising and they were pretty affordable. I'm gonna grab the angled cheek brush. This looks pretty pigmented. Let's see how this applies. Ooh. Okay, that is really, really nice. It is just kind of like this blush highlighter hybrid, but it's not too metallic-y glowy. It is not too much towards a highlight and it's not too shimmery. That's really pretty. Did I tell you, by the way, that I bought this because of Angelica Nickfist? If you saw her favorites, she has been raving about this and it just looks so pretty. I love a glowy blush, but like a good smooth, flattering, glowy blush. That is so pretty. I love that shade. This shade is a win. I don't know yet about the other one for like my winter skin tone, because then like very bronzy things can look a little off. This is so nice. It is not too much. And it just looks kind of like a cream, but it isn't. So, so nice. I can totally see why these are a fave. Because it's just very flattering. It's just not too much. I hope you can kind of see. I have not zoomed you in. Can you see the glow of this? Very golden glow, but then the base is kind of like cool toned, and that is the kind of blushes that I really, really love. This is really nice. Very, very excited. So I actually bought another shade of the Beam Bright highlighters by Revolution because I was so impressed with Seductive Pink. I decided to buy Diamond Glow. I mean, this formula is so smooth and creamy, at least for the pink one, so I wanted to try another shade. This looks intense. Okay, I'm gonna do a swatch of the other shade as well. This feels a little bit more soft. Like the pink looks a little bit more soft. This one is a little bit less sheer. Interesting. Let's do a side by side. Okay, swatched out, I do feel like the formulas look very similar, but I think I have to be careful with applying too much of this one. But we're gonna try it out today. I don't feel like I need it, but we're here and we're gonna do it. I am gonna take my Lunar Beauty and Laura Lee Los Angeles Full Fancy Collection #4 highlighter brush. I'm gonna dip in just once first, because I think that's gonna be enough with this shade. I feel like this is really nice though for like winter, when you want a bit of that kind of like icy glow, but not too like metallic stark. Like this, really nice. I really like this formula. I do feel like I'm kind of taking away of that golden glow, but I feel like this white shade is still gonna work with a lot of looks. Gonna take a little bit on the forehead. Sometimes highlighters can be a little too deep to do that for me, but this of course is working perfectly. I'm gonna take the blush brush and kind of blend this all together. I think my cheeks look very nice and glowy. I really, really like like it. This is going in the right direction. All right, I'm kind of thinking, should I do my brows first? I'm gonna do my brows off camera. All right, the last thing I wanted to try in this video is the new Essence Juicy Balm Lip Oil. We have, I believe, 5 flavors, shades. I got 02 Strawberry Star. This is supposed to be a caring lip oil with a delicious strawberry scent and a vitamin E. This is very, very cheap. It is very affordable, but it also only has 2.4 milliliters. So it is a tiny amount of product. It has a tiny applicator. It smells so sweet, like so much like strawberry that it kind of smells like almost kind of like a cocktail or something. It smells kind of like kids makeup. It makes me feel like maybe this wasn't meant for me and maybe it was meant for kids. Like it's so cute and the strawberry scent and everything. So we're gonna see. Maybe I made a mistake, but then at least you know and I know, and I don't have to buy any more. The applicator is so small. Personally, I do like a little bit of a bigger applicator for lip oils. I would say it feels pretty much like a gloss. It doesn't feel thick, it doesn't feel sticky, it has a slight tint to it. It just, I don't know. It actually feels quite nice. But it is more like a gloss. I don't know. I think I might like this a little. Like there are different scents. There's coconut, there's a mint scent, so I don't know. It looks quite nice. I'm gonna see if I can add a little bit of a lip liner to this situation, if that will stick. I guess it kinda worked. Something happened with this lip liner. Yeah, I feel like that did something. Alright, this was just one of the most random videos I've ever filmed. I guess I can just call it products that I wanted to try out on camera and I'm excited about. Couldn't wait for like more products that I could try, or eyeshadow or whatever. I just wanted to try all of these things and I did. Let's go over this. I'm pretty excited about the things that I tried actually. Alright, first up, the Bright Light Face Glow. I actually like the look of this on my skin. It just looks a little dry over here, but it could also just be that my skin is very dry and that I didn't put anything hydrating underneath. I feel like I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at that. I am very much willing to try this out more. I'm still like pretty excited about it. I feel like the shade match for how sheer it is, it definitely works. Yeah, I want to try it out more. I think this is a product with potential. Then we have the bronzer. The more I look at it, the more I like it. I feel like this is a very good tone for me. Like it is cool, but it isn't gray. It is very interesting. I'm kind of finding these colors of bronzers that I'm kind of like scared of, but then when I apply them, they're just the right amount or the right undertone of warmth. Like I naturally gravitate towards very, very cool kind of gray leaning bronzers, and I feel like this type of shade is just kind of more the way I would look if I have really been in the sun, have a little bit of a tan. They look very natural and I quite like it. And I feel like the formula of this was very nice and blendable. It is like quite a nice looking bronzer. I just feel like something weird happened with this one in the factory. And then we have the iconic London Cheeky Multi-Use Cheek Glow. I really like the one in Playtime that I tried. It looks amazing. Of course, it's also glowy because of the highlighter, which I also really like. I do feel like the pink is gonna be my favorite because this one just feels even more smooth and it's even more kind of glass-like and kind of see-through. I feel like they both have a different use. They are just slightly different, and yeah, I just really like this one, but the lighter one also looks really good on the skin. I think it just looks very glass-like and glowy and flattering. And then of course the Juicy Balm. I feel like this is a pretty cute lip product for the price. The scent, it doesn't really bother me. I don't really smell it anymore. I feel like it's pretty comfortable. It's just a cute lip product. I don't think this is gonna be an ultimate favorite, but it is actually better than I expected. I thought this was gonna be way too sweet. It was gonna give me a headache while wearing it. I know, why did I buy it? I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes these kinds of products are actually really good. So it was kind of like 50-50 which way it was gonna go, and I have to say I quite like it. Okay, I'm taking some photos and I am realizing that something is emphasizing my pores, and I think it might be this one. So gonna try it out a little bit more. I'm gonna have to see if it is this one, because I do see some texture and usually I don't really have that issue. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe, and then I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!